So just like yesterday, the previous class revision, whatever we have done, today also we are going to keep a single question. Using the single master question, we are going to solve each and every property of chapter number 14. That's what we are going to do today. So first one, I will give you a class interval, then a corresponding frequency. Then class interval I am giving like 0 to 10, then 10 to 20, then 20 to 30, and finally 30 to 40. This is the given class interval. Then the frequencies are given to be like this: 3, 2, 1, 4. These are the values, people, and using this one by one we are going to solve. Okay, so let me copy it. We will require after sometimes. Okay, one by one we will do. First one, people, what are we going to find first? We are going to find mean. X bar for group data is what? That is nothing but sigma fx divided by sigma f. First of all, you require the capital N value. How much is capital N, people? 3 plus 2 plus 1 plus 4, which is equal to 10. We have sigma f for capital letter N value. We have right in front of us. Now, once you have the N value, can you find the mean, people? Before that, how to find the X value? How to find X? X is nothing but the midpoint. How to get midpoint? 0 plus 10 divided by 2. That is how much? 5. Then 10 plus 20 divided by 2 is how much? 15. Then 25. Then finally what is there? 35 is the last and final value. Once you have everything, what to do next? What to do next? Yes, use your memory calculation. Get me the value. Memory calculation looks like what? 5 into 3, m plus 15 into 2, m plus, then 25 into 1, you can click m plus, then 35 into 4, you can click what? M plus. Finally click which button? MRC. That means you got this entire sigma fx divided by 10. How much is the value of mean? 21. Exactly 21 now? Yes. So we found the arithmetic mean. Now, can I make it without knowing option? Can I go and find the value of what the geometric mean? We haven't done, but we are going to do. We are going to revise geometric mean without using option. What is the formula for geometric mean? I will just paste it here also so that it can be used separately. Paste. Okay. We are going to find geometric mean. GM formula is what? For group data. X1 raised to F1 into x2 raised to f2 into x3 raised to f3 into etc, the entire thing raised to 1 by n. Now people, x1 value is how much? Which is the first x value? 5. 15 is the second value, then 25, then 35. Now it will become a very huge value. I know that because 5 raised to this much, this raised to this much will become a huge value, even though we will try using calculator. X1 raised to 5 raised to f value is how much? 3 into 15 raised to 2 into 25 raised to 1 into 35 raised to 4. The entire thing raised to what? 1 by 10. Now people, we will check whether will you get an error or we will get a proper value. Which one will you find first on calculator? Highest power, 35 raised to 5. Everyone take your calculator. 35 into equal to how many times? 3 times. 1, 2, 3. That means equal to 3 times you clicked. This is without option. Okay. Option is there means it is very easy for us. We can directly use the option and get the answer. Then, what is the next case now? Multiply it with what? 25. Multiply it with 25. Then multiply it with 15. Then again multiply it with what? 15. One more time 15 you will multiply. Then finally 5 cube is how much? 125. Multiply it with 125. You are getting error. Okay. If error is there any point going forward? No point going forward. You can only if option was there, we were able to solve this particular question. I hope that now you understood why they will never ask a grouped question based on geometric mean. This is the reason. Most question will become what? Error itself. Otherwise, if option is there, you can find it. Option raised to n is equal to product of the numbers. x1 raised to f1 into x2 raised to f2, etc, etc. What will be the method for finding in examination? We will take option raised to capital letter N, which is equal to x1 raised to f1 into x2 raised to f2 into etc. etc. We will use inside exam hall to get the answer. Next one. Can we use the same thing for finding harmonic mean? Are you guys ready for that? First of all, what is the formula for harmonic mean? HM is what, people? For group data, capital letter N divided by summation of F divided by X. That was the formula for what? Harmonic mean for grouped data. First of all, N we already found how much? 10. So 10 divided by X, first X value is how much, people? That is 5, then 15, then 25, then 35. So people, 3 divided by 5 plus 2 divided by 15 plus 1 divided by 25 plus 4 divided by what? 35. Get me the answer. Take your calculator, get me the answer. So first you will find the denominator, clear the memory and keep. So denominator means 3 divided by 5, m plus 2 divided by 15, m plus 1 divided by 25, m plus 4 divided by 35, m plus. Finally, you will click which button, people? MRC button. Then how can I take it to the denominator? Sorry, numerator. Divide equal to multiply it with 10. Yes, to answer. 11.266. Okay. So how much would have been geometric mean? You have harmonic mean. You have arithmetic mean. Can I find geometric mean? What is the formula for finding geometric mean when I have arithmetic mean and harmonic mean? Root of A into H, which is equal to root of 21 into 11.26666. How much is the answer? You will take your calculator, type 21 into 11.26666. Then click equal to, click root. How much are you getting? 15.38 or 377 something you are getting. Understood? Got it? This way also you can find. If you completely forgot GM, you can find HM and AM. Take the geometric mean of it, you will get the answer. So we have done the basic. Basics are done. What have we done? We have found the mean. Then what is the next one, people? We studied in our classes median for grouped data, for continuous class interval data. First thing you will check is what? Whether it is inclusive or exclusive. Here it is exclusive. If it was not exclusive, you will convert into what? Exclusive. Done. Then first step. What is the first step? LCF. In median, the first step is always what? We will find LCF. 3 plus 2 is how much? 5. 5 plus 1 is how much? 6. 6 plus 4 is how much? 10. So N is how much? Anyway, we know N is equal to 10. Then, in order to find median, what is the first step? Find N by 2. N by 2 is how much? 10 by 2, which is equal to 5. Now, people, what was the condition? Which is greater than 5 is the condition. Not equal to 5, greater than this 5. Which LCF is greater than 5? 6. So, which is our median class? This is our median class. 20 to 30 is our median class. Now we can use the formula. Median is what? LCV plus N by 2 minus cumulative frequency of the previous class divided by frequency of the median class into what? 100 or into C. Okay. Then LCV is how much over here? 20 plus N by 2 is how much over here? 6 minus 5 divided by what? 1 into what, people? Into 10. How much is it? N by 2 is how much? 5. Okay. N by 2 is how much? 5. How much is the answer then you are getting, people? 20. So what is our median? 20 is our median. Now, people, everyone would have understood why we took 20. Because I told you, if you remember, only the lower class belongs to the same thing in our exclusive classes. Otherwise, it will be what? It will be going to the previous classes. Anyway, we will discuss that later also. Everyone, I hope you found the median. Can we find another partition? Which is the next partition? Quartile. What quartile? Quartile 3 we will find. What is the formula for finding quartile 3? Same formula. Before that we will find what? 3n by 2 or 4 3n by 4 because it is quartile 3. How much you are getting? 3 into 10 by 4 which is how much da? 30 by 4 is 7.5. Okay, 7.5 means which cumulative frequency is greater than 7.5? That is 10. So which is our quartile class over here? This one is our quartile class. Okay, quartile class. That is our quartile class. Now we will use our formula. What is the formula? Same formula. LCB plus instead of n by 2 you will write 3n by 4. Why 3n? Because it is third quartile. If it was first quartile we would write 1 into n by 4. Then people minus cumulative frequency of the previous class divided by frequency of the quartile class multiplied with what people? C. Now which is the lower class boundary? 30. Okay, write 30. Then plus 3n by 4. 3n by 4 is how much over here? That is 7.5. Minus frequency of the previous class is how much? 6. Divided by what is the frequency of the current class? That is 4. Into what? 10. How much are you getting? How much is it? Please tell me. 1.5 divided by 4 into 10. 33.75 is our third quartile. Correct? Everyone got that? Anyone got any other answer? Please confirm. Okay. Since we are finding everything, can I find the decile value? Everyone, decile. Which decile you want? Decile 1 we will find, or 2 we will find. Decile 2. Okay. Decile 8. Okay, decile 8. Decile 8, how to find? What is decile 8 formula? Same thing. Before that, we will find 8n by 10. 8n by 10 is how much? 8 into 10 by 10, which is equal to what? 8. Which cumulative frequency is greater than 8? That is 10. 30 to 40 is the same. What class da? Our decile class. Lower class boundary is how much? 30 plus 7.5 here? No. 8 minus 6 divided by 4 into 10. How much are you getting? 35. 35 is your decile 8. Okay. Then percentile. What percentile you want? 50? 55. Okay. Percentile 55 we are going to find. Everyone get me the value of percentile 55. First one we need to find 55 into n divided by 100. How much is it done? 5.5. Which cumulative frequency is greater than 5.5? That is 6. That means which is our percentile class? 20 to 30. Use the same formula. That is how much the lower class boundary is 20 plus which was our n by 100 value, that is 5.5 minus which is the cumulative frequency of the previous class, that is 5 divided by what people? Divided by frequency of this class is how much people? 1. Then multiply it with what? 10. How much is the answer? Which is equal to 25. Okay, so we found everything. Is it easy now? Once you are doing a lot of it, it will be easy. Otherwise, you will start thinking what to do, when to do, how to do. That will always be there. So median is done. What is the next one, people? We studied mode. Same thing. Then, how will I find the mode over here? 4 is the mode. Now, people, what did I tell you whenever higher model class is over here? What to do? Model class is over there. We should take it like what? We should take the option, whichever option is having a value in between 30 and 40 is our answer. So, in order to correct that, I will just change the question a little bit for you. Let 4 be here, 2 be here, so that we can start doing it faster. Everyone, tell me. I'm changing the question. This is the question. Now, find me the mode. How to find the mode? What is the formula for finding mode? Mode is nothing but LCB plus frequency of the model class minus frequency of the previous class divided by 2 into frequency of the model minus frequency of the previous minus frequency of the next into what, people? Into C. Now, how to find the model class? Whichever is having the highest frequency. So, who is having the highest frequency? 10 to 20 is having the highest frequency. That's our model class. So 20 plus Frequency of the model class is how much? 4 minus 3 divided by 2 into 4 minus 3 minus 1 into what? How much is class length? 20 minus 10 is how much? 10. How much is your answer, people? Get me the answer. How much is it? 20 plus 1 divided by 8 minus 4 is how much? 4 into 10. How much is it? 22.5 is your mode. When we change the question a little bit. Do you know why did I change it? In order to solve the question properly. Otherwise, we should go with options. Okay. I hope each and every measure of central tendency is completed. Now, what was the formula connecting mean, median and mode? What is the formula? Mean mode is equal to 3 mean. Yeah, that means mean minus mode is equal to 3 into mean minus median. Okay, that is the formula we have studied. Now we are going for which one? The next topic, that is our dispersion. We are going to use the same formula for dispersion. First one, what was the first thing we learned with respect to this? Mean deviation. How to find mean deviation for grouped data? Summation of f into modulus of x minus x bar divided by sigma f. That was the formula we have used. Now over here, people, first one, do you remember x bar? How much was x bar? We found in calculator. How much was it initially? We found to be 21. Then x values are 5, 15, 25, then 35. So we are going to find one by one. X minus x bar. First x value is how much? 5. So 5 minus 21, then multiplied with the frequency. How much is the frequency? 3. How much are you getting? Are you getting a negative value or a positive value? Negative value. So will you click m plus or m minus? M minus. Why m minus? Because we want to save it as a positive value. So you click m minus. Then people, next one. 15 minus 21 multiplied with 2. Again a negative value. Click m minus. Then 25 minus 21 multiplied with 1, which is a positive value, m plus. Then finally 35 minus 21 into 4, which is a positive value, m plus. Then MRC divided by how many terms are there, people? Sigma f was given to be 10. Divide by 10. How much is the answer you are getting, people? 12. That is your mean deviation. If mean deviation is given, how to find the coefficient of mean deviation, the relative measure? What is the formula? Mean deviation divided by x bar into 100. Mean deviation is 12. X bar is 21 into 100. How much is the value, people? How much? 57.14. Everyone got it as 57.14%? Done. Then standard deviation, I don't want you guys to find because the chances of question will be very rare with respect to standard deviation. If you want to find, we will check with this next question. Again, we are revising, right? We will try using that and try to get the answer. The same question. What was the formula for standard deviation I taught you? Root of summation of f into x minus x bar the whole square divided by sigma f. We have the x values. What are the x values? 0 plus 10 divided by 2 is 5. 15, then 25, then 30 plus 40 divided by 2 is 35. We have everything. So first we need to find x minus x bar. We have x bar 21. We studied in the starting of this class. Then one by one I am going to check. X minus x bar, that is 5 minus 21 into equal to multiplied with what? 3. Then click m. Okay. X minus x bar square means x minus x bar into equal to, then multiplied with the frequency, click m plus. Then 15 minus 21 into equal to multiplied with 2 m plus. 25 minus 21 into equal to multiplied with 1, click m plus. Finally 35 minus 21 into equal to multiplied with what, people? 4, click m plus. Finally what? MRC divided by what? Sigma f is how much, people? 10. Everyone click 10. Then click equal to. Finally click root. How much are you getting for standard deviation? Some people are getting 12. Some people are getting 14. Just check again. Everyone do it along with me. Clear the memory. 5 minus 21 into equal to multiplied with 3 m plus. Then 15 minus 21 into equal to multiplied with 2 m plus, then 25 minus 21 into equal to multiplied with 1, click m plus, then 35 minus 21 into equal to multiplied with 4, click m plus, mrc, then click divide by what people, divided by 10, then click equal to, then click finally root 12.80. Correct. 12.8062 something you are getting. So standard deviation everyone got. How to find coefficient of variation? Standard deviation divided by arithmetic mean into 100. Standard deviation is 12.8062 divided by 21 into 100. People, do that for me. 60.98% is your coefficient of variation. Two things are done. First, finally, before that, did we study range? How to find range? Range is how much? Now, which is the largest value here? Can anyone tell me? Which one we will take it as largest? 35 we will take it as largest, and the middle value 5 we will take it as the smallest. If you want to take it, hello, yes. If you want to take it 40, that is also fine, but they will never ask a question. Always it will be like 35 minus 30, usually 5 we will take in case of range and all. Accordingly you do that, but not much important from exam point of view. Group continuous data is not important. Final one, the last and final one. No, they are posting something else. What is the final thing we are going to learn? Can anyone tell me? Quartile, correct? Quartiles 0 to 10. 1 second. Okay, the final one we are going to deal with quartiles. Q1 we already found the value. We found Q1 or Q3? Q3. How much was Q3 value we got? Q3 value was 33.75. 33.75 was the value for Q3. Q3 we had 33.75. People, get me the value of Q1. How to find Q1? Q1 is nothing but what, people? First we will find what? In by 4 into how much the in by 4 we will find. How much is it? In by 4. That is 1 into n by 4 is 10 by 4, which is equal to 2.5. Everyone got it as 2.5. Find the cumulative frequency. 3 plus 2 is 5. 5 plus 1 is how much? 6. Then 6 plus 4 is 10. Likewise, now we need to check which cumulative frequency is greater than 2.5. Looking over here, 3 is there. Directly we are telling that the first class interval is itself giving the first quartile. So what we will do? What to do now? We have Q3. We have Q2. Do you have Q2? Q2 is what, people? Median. Q2 is what? Median. Or I can say that which is nothing but Q3 plus Q1 divided by 2. If you remember. Median we got. How much was the median value? We got 20. How much was the median value, people? 20. Yes, exactly 20 we got. So 20 is equal to 33 how much? 33.25 plus Q1 divided by 2. From here, 40 is equal to 33.25 plus Q1. So Q1 is how much, people? 6.75 is the value of Q1. This way and all we can do, if you ask me. But that and all, it's not that required from our exam point of view, because they will never ask a question that direct. Okay. Then you have Q3, you have Q1. How to find QD? Q3 minus Q1 divided by 2. Q3 is how much? 33.75 minus 6.25 divided by 2. How much is the answer, people? 13.75 is our QD. How to find coefficient of quartile deviation? Q3 minus Q1 divided by Q3 plus Q1 into what? 100. Or you will write it as what? Quartile deviation divided by median into 100. Quartile deviation is how much over here? 13.75. Divided by median was how much over here? 20. 20 into 100. How much is the answer? 68.75. So that's what we have done in this entire chapter. So for grouped and ungrouped, we have done their revision. Yesterday we did for ungrouped. Today we are going to do for what people? What is done? Grouped is also done. Yes, any doubt there? Anything is wrong? Please tell. Q3 minus Q1 is how much? 13.75 minus 6. Q3 is how much? 33. Yeah? How much are you getting? 23? 20? Final answer, how much are you getting? That is really important. Final answer, are you getting the same answer? Perfect. Yeah, because we are using both the formulas. I use the second formula because we have the median value. And the final one, just to connect. How to connect SD, MD and QD? 2 SD is equal to 2.5 MD is equal to 3 QTs are there. Yeah. Yes, Joshua. No? Okay. Fine, people. That's your chapter. And I am telling you, on the final day, if you are revising, just revise using these 15 minutes and the next 15 minutes. That means yesterday's 15 minutes and today's 15 minutes. If you use, more than enough. This entire chapter revision is completed right in front of you. Just in 1 hour, we have done that. Okay? Yes.